Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. We have Tim, Andrew, Stefano, and what's that? Michelle, you look a little different today. Everything all right? Michelle? Did we lose her? Uh-oh. Michelle turned into an undead skeleton.
With an afro.
And sunglasses.
Really cool glare shades.
Yeah.
Wow, what a cool character.
See, you all thought she was going to be turned into a werewolf. She's actually just a skeleton.
It was a
Were
trick.
tiger.
Were-tiger. That could be. You know, I don't want to say no to that ever, Tim. So
I'm still convinced. They're gonna show up. Give it time.
I got my lawful good cup today, so you all know that I'm going to play this, you know, the right way. I'm not going to mess with you all. Of course, unless you mess with the world, then the world will mess with you back. That's the way it goes. Hello, everybody in YouTube chat. Welcome to episode 18. I can't believe it. I was typing the number in for the title and everything. It's like 18. That's a lot. That's longer than Spelljammer. I think Andrew.
Oh, wow.
And Stefano played. That's a lot longer than Spelljammer. It's like half of Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Wow,
And we're getting to like
that was short.
yeah, and we're getting to a third of Keep on the Borderlands. So, and we're like
And
at
a
a quarter.
We're still in
of
Vallaki.
Icewind Dale.
We still haven't found any bones. Or
No.
any of the prophecies.
We haven't found any bones yet, but I'm not going to count you guys out because I feel like you're on the trail. And we'll dive in just a second, but Michelle's gone today. Okay, so Michelle, you know, all joking aside, we knew she was going to be out, so we planned for this, but Michelle's not with us today. In fact, I don't think we'll be with us next week either. So, but that's okay. Things are going to work out. I've chatted with her a little bit, and we've talked about what Dione might be doing. So we'll figure it out as we go. I don't even think I told you about it, right? I mean, you knew she was leaving, but you didn't know we didn't say anything about her character, so you'll find out just as the audience does, as it was intended.
Live reactions only.
I hate coffins. She runs away.
What if she has a phobia of coffins?
It's possible.
She could. It'd be a bad place to be in Barovia if you have a fear of coffins. But I do have some announcements, quick updates, quick ones that we're going to jump in. So, obviously tomorrow we're continuing Viral, episode 5. The Spectral crew, no match for the Grayscale gang, but the Spectral crew, they found their way onto a horrific island, and they're realizing that things may be more dire than they appeared at first. So if you like hilarity that ensues with madness and Call of Cthulhu, join us for Wednesday night as we could play Viral. The fun part now is that they're live streaming in the game. They're live streaming. So that means all of the YouTube chats are now a part of the game. So if you chat tomorrow, you're chatting with the actual characters in the game. So it's very cool.
That's wild.
It is wild, and we've already taken suggestions. Like if the chat chimes in and they have a suggestion, we call it a super chat, and people are like, you know, do this, go over there, eat the lemon. Like it was a lemon scene, and there was a lemon, and they ate it, or Joey tried to eat it at least. So you got to check it out. Even if you don't really watch Call of Cthulhu, it's so much fun to watch how meta and kind of surreal this entire process has been. Really cool. And then the last update I wanted to give you is, I'll put a link down in the description, I think, but Mr. Welch, a friend of the channel, a fellow D&D YouTuber, he did a really cool project over the last couple weeks that I was a part of, and I'm really happy to be a part of. This is the 50th year of D&D, so it's the 50th year anniversary, and to celebrate, he invited 50 different D&D YouTubers to create a video collaboration thing that we did, and we all talked about like what D&D means to us, why it's important, and you know, to celebrate the anniversary, talk about our passion for D&D. So I have a segment in there, lots of big names in there. In fact, I'm honored to be a part of the whole list. I'll put a link down. Maybe I could put a link down right now while we're talking. But That's my question for today. It's D&D. We all love D&D. What do you love about D&D? Michelle, we'll start with you. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Great point. All right. Well, you know what, Michelle, I'm going to cut you off there, though, because we got to get right to the game. Stefano, why don't you chime in? What do you love about D&D?
That's a good question. I mean, especially because like it really answer is everything. But I think that it's when you get really invested in characters and the characters' relationships with each other, and like unexpectedly it like turns into something important in the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that I really love. I know again, I've probably mentioned this on the channel before, but the first D&D podcast that I listened to was the Adventure Zone. It's the MacLeod brothers. And of course, when they're playing, they're breaking rules left and right and left and right and left and right. But like you well up listening to their arc and their story, and I think that's something that's kind of really special.
Absolutely. We've had many moments like that even on the channel too. I mean, thinking back to Icewind Dale, Keep on the Borderlands, the bigger, longer, campaigns. We certainly have had some moments where you feel the emotion, and I agree with you, Stefano. That's one of the reasons I love it too.
But
what about
the other
Andrew?
thing is, crits and seeing like big numbers.
I love the math.
We all love the math. What about you, Andrew?
Okay, so similar, but I got into D&D in 2018, and what I liked about D&D is you put yourself in someone else's shoes, and you kind of have to really think what it's like to be a particular person in a particular time. So that's very interesting to kind of try out being someone else for a short time. But I also really like how when I went into it, I thought you could do anything you want, right? Like, oh, I'm just playing around. I can do anything I want. But it really shows you the constraints that you are placed into any life. And I find that really interesting. For example, in one of my first sessions, it was a one-shot, and we captured we kind of got rid of a cult, and there were the landlord and his like 50-year-old wife. They were hosting the cult under their bar, their pub. And so you capture them at the end, but it's like, what do you do with these people? Like, you can't, you just kill them because they're cultists and they're kind of the evil lie, but they're just 50-year-old old people. It's like, I find those kind of things so interesting. The end of Spelljammer as well, the end of that, it was so interesting to think, what would I do in this situation? That's what I really enjoy about it.
Yeah.
That and hitting people with swords.
Yep. Yeah, Andrew, you said it right on the head. I think a lot of people think when, like maybe from the outside looking in, like RPGs are, you can do whatever you want, no consequences. And I think that's more like video games, right? Like video games are more like,
right, yeah.
Well, I guess it's not whatever you want because it's not in your imagination, but there's limitations to the video game, but like you don't care so much about a video game. Like people play games like Grand Theft Auto where you're doing terrible things and there's no consequences because it's just you just turn the game on and off. But in these games, the continuity matters, especially a campaign. Like you were saying, it matters and the decisions matter. And it's really cool to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I agree. What about you, Tim?
I like doing the terrible things, Bob.
Obviously.
The best about D&D is the community. Like kind of like Andrew, I started playing around 2017, 2018. And we were purists. We played at like your house or at the gaming club or on a tabletop. And then the pandemic came. We kind of switched to online, and I think since then it's been really great being able to keep in touch with friends. Like Dasha moved to California, and Christian moved away, and like Andrew, I've never met, but like it's great to be on the channel and kind of like there's a larger community, and this is a great way to interact with people in that community. It's been really fun. So.
Yeah. And then my video that I made for Mr. Welch's compilation, I talked about community as well. I mean, always since I was a kid, I've always kind of felt like I was part of this gaming community, whether it was Warhammer or D&D or whatever. But I will say being able to play with all of you has been a blast. Like, because, I've definitely played with other people throughout the years, but I don't think I've ever like played with this many different groups at one time. Like, I think, and I've seen comments on our channel, like, how cool is it that like some days we play and it's like the four of you, and then the next day it's a completely different lineup, and the next session or next campaign it's all these different people, and then sometimes you cross over and like Laurent, Tim, you're from, you started on the channel on Keep on the Borderlands, and Andrew, obviously, Icewind Dale, and actually, no, scratch that, Avernus, the two of you. And then, but what do I mean? Like, it's like these cool, it's like seeing actors in different movies combined together. And it's really fun to play with all of you. So
I think I'd add the audience into, there's some people in the comments we see all the time and commenting on the channel and in the Discord, and like love that. You guys are very much part of that community also. So love to see you guys keep showing up, and it's funny, we recognize the names, we recognize the comments, and love when you keep showing up also.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Tim. Yeah. Shout out if you're here right now. Let us know. Who's here? Let us know. I see a couple of familiar names. Jason, I see Jason. I see D&D Mom. D&D DM Mom, excuse me. I think I saw Wayne in there. James from Kansas City. There's a bunch of familiar names here tonight. I feel like Greyhawk Exile is always here too, but I don't know if they're in the chat right now. But always at the end, I feel like Greyhawk Exile always thanks us for a great game. So thank you, all of you. Honestly, even the ones I'm not shouting out right now, I'm just looking back at the chat for a quick second. But it's always good to have you with us and this community we've built. I agree. And where can they find the Discord, Tim?
Is there a link below the video?
Oh my gosh, in the description? You're so right. Wow. By the way, Rufus's journal is really heating up. Andrew, do you want to describe what Rufus's last journal entry was? Just a sneak preview, not the whole thing, because we want people to go look at the Discord.
Well, Rufus is really considering his relationships right now.
Do you mean with the group or
many relationships?
So including Irina?
Yes.
Interesting. If you want to check out Rufus's journal, it's in the Discord under the Curse of Strahd chat. Go there for sure. Rufus is at 4 inspiration. Andrew didn't realize that he's capped at 3. So I'm letting him take that 4th one because he's been doing the journal entries every session. But going forward, you got to start using them because 3 is the limit. So there you go. All right?
Got it.
Perfect. All right, so we're ready to start. Let's recap real quick. Last time we played, we had a whole slew of things happen. You obviously were back in Vallaki from the Wizard of the Wines. 2 episodes ago, Laurent made a terrible decision to attack Milavage in the middle of, right outside of the Blue Water Inn, using, which spell was it again?
It was a cantrip. It was
was it Vicious Mockery? No.
Yes. It was Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Mockery Mind Sliver. It was just
Mind Sliver. It was Mind Sliver.
Just a throwaway cantrip, and because
was it?
Yep.
I thought it was Vicious Mockery, and then you said you had to say something mocking at him.
No, Mind Sliver, I believe it was. And
Mind
either way,
Sliver.
Let's say I'm wrong. You used a cantrip, you killed him, and there were people. It was public in view, and people saw it. Erwin, who was talking with Rufus and Canas inside his office, was called out to see what was going on. He ran off to try to figure out what the heck was going on. The rest of the group ended up reconvening at the house, but not until Laurent and Dione, who were on the run, were found by Nikolai Wachter. He took you back to his house, kind of saving you a little bit of a repayment for helping him with the wagon, the carnival wagon incident where the were-tiger jumped out. So he brought you back to his house to speak with his mother. In fact, his mother had been interested in talking to you, Lady Wachter, because you had saved her children, and she's been taking note of what you and your group have been doing in the town. She actually considers you perhaps to be an ally of hers in stopping the town's misdeeds. There's a person she wants you to eliminate, and that would be, of course, Izek Stranzi, who's the enforcer of the Baron. So that's where we left off story-wise. You went to Vandervoort's coffin shop because I'm missing one important thing. Before you went to Vandervoort, because you didn't know who Vandervoort was, it was just what Milavage had said.
Words.
Yeah, it was just Milavage's last words.
Yep.
You went to see Vasily von Holt, who...
We don't need to dwell on this, but...
No dwelling, but he did have quite a nice introduction to the crew. He seemed very nice, reasonable. Him and Irina seemed to hit it off, and he was willing to help you in any way possible. He did know who Vandervoort was. The name meant something to him. The coffin maker shop on the other side of town, which is actually close to your house. You ended up going there and finding that the place was locked and closed, and you broke in on the side entrance, and that is where we left off. Vasily, though, nice guy. What do you think, crew? Would you agree?
I think he's super nice. I think he's a total suck up.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit old for Irina, right?
Was he?
I don't know. It was like it's Victorian age.
Yeah.
A little bit old for Irina, right?
A little
I
bit.
don't think he was too old, but
I think he's perfect. I think
just
they're
a
perfect
jumped-up
together.
peasant.
I mean,
Perfect.
she was like, "Oh, I really want to stay here in Vallaki. I think I could find a home here." Now we know why.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Well, let's do it. Let's go into grayscale. Here we are.
We know we won't be finding a home in Vallaki.
No, why not?
We're murderers.
I'm wanted by the
We
law.
we steal children from the orphanage, even though that person's a total bitch.
I'm the only person who hasn't done anything wrong, I think. In Vallaki.
Yeah, right.
I did a great deed saving that girl.
If I remember correctly, you've stolen from Bill Drath's mercantile.
Yeah, but A, that wasn't in Vallaki, and B, I didn't steal it, I borrowed it.
Mm-hmm.
Did ya?
Anyway, it was a case of grave need for all.
All right, we're in grayscale. Let's get in character.
All right, so I'm pulling up the
Canas.
Roll20 here. Why is... Oh, I'm not in GM mode. That's so weird. Okay. I'm in GM mode now. All right, let's bring you to the map. That's probably what we should do, because we were left off on the map. Come on now. I'm going to get so angry at Roll20 because this thing is so finicky. Go. Oh, Jesus. Guys, I'm having a hard time with this. There we go. My goodness.
Maybe
so difficult.
maybe you should have gotten Verizon.
So difficult. No, it's not internet. It's the little, there's like a little bookmark that you have to drag to bring to your, to like take the players to the new page. I don't know if any, do you guys DM on Roll20 ever?
I have not.
I
couldn't hear you, Tim. You're
have
a little low.
I have a little bit,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm not much of a DM.
Well, if you don't DM ever, then you never notice. But like up here, if you're a DM in the top right corner, you'll have like
The red bookmark, right?
it'll be just like a little thing you press and it lets you see all of the pages for different maps, and you just don't see that. So anyway, but you don't see that here, but you would see it on the real one. And then you have to pull that little bookmark to the page, and it's annoying sometimes. It likes to not do it. Anyway, we're here. So, Dione, as you break into this house, Dione was the one I think that unlocked it. She picked the lock. You entered in, and you saw the coffin makers, like almost like a display room. There's coffins situated here, some open, some closed, but most of them just collecting dust. Dione looks around, and she sees Irina waiting alone by the edge of the street, and she says to you, perhaps it would be better if I accompany Irina, because we wouldn't want her to get hurt or kidnapped, no?
You're exactly right. Rufus, go accompany Irina.
No, Rufus, it is no bother. I will go.
I would like to explore this house.
Yes,
Don't want
you
to
go.
accompany Irina at this time.
It's settled then. Irina will go with Dione back to the house, back to the kids, and we'll stay here and scrounge through some coffins.
It would be best if I escort her to the house.
All right, ta-ta for now.
We'll see you back at the house.
Au revoir.
Ta-ta. Au revoir. She'll go to the house with
Abiento.
Irina.
Go see Taylor Swift in Paris.
All right, so the three of you. And Dione just like slinks away, and she's a dwarf, so very adept in the darkness. So she just turns the corner and like she's gone. She kind of bolted actually once you let her go.
And Irina went with us.
Quick question. inside the coffin maker's display room, are the coffins closed, or is that just like the rendering on the map?
Yeah, some of them are open, some of them are closed.
And the ones that are open are not occupied?
No, nothing's
Okay.
occupying them. No. That'd be
Thank you.
disturbing,
Okay.
though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to check. Thank you.
So I think I mentioned this last time. I will just simply reread the section here because I want you to have as much of the description as possible in your mind here. But there are doors. There's a few of them. I think you can see them on the map. I think you're able to see the door symbol. It's 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 doors. And then there are some windows. These windows look like they're open, and I'm not sure why Roll20 doesn't let me like fully close them from view, but they are locked and shutters are closed.
Walking down to the bottom section here, these 2 doors at the bottom go outside. But what about this door? It seems to be like an interior door.
It's an interior door, exactly.
If I listen at it, is there any sound or anything?
I'll tell you in 1 second. Let me just reread the description for the shop. So, arranged haphazardly about the floor of this musty L-shaped room are 13 wooden coffins. Doors, inner doors to the rest of the shop are located on the south side of the L. All right. You go to these doors over here and you want to listen?
Mostly to the door, like immediately to my left. The one, like, not to the rest of the shop.
So, this one.
Yeah, please.
To the left. Like, looking at it from the map.
Mhm.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. That'll be a 8.
You don't hear anything. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not particularly, but like we definitely broke in here, so I guess like relatively quiet.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth check just because you're approaching a door.
Sure. 9.
Okay. You walk as quietly as you can. The floorboards creak. You may hear the soft shuffle of your leather on the floor. But you get to the door. You press your ear to it. You don't hear anything. It seems very calm and quiet on the other side. You can do it to both doors. You don't hear anything.
I'll it seems like we're alone here. Don't hear anything at the doors.
I want to inspect some of these coffins very stealthily.
Sure.
Yeah, I wanted to see if any of them looked disturbed.
No need for rolls at this point. You can lift up one of the coffins. You can open a closed one or close an open one. You can look at it. They are finely made. It looks like this person who made them has a real knack.
Do any of them have any names or?
No,
writings on them?
you get the gist that they're probably on display or maybe in storage. They're not. This is not purchased yet.
Oh. And is there anything that looks... Is there any secret doors or any basement trap doors or anything
So
like that?
you don't see anything that's apparent. If you want to search a specific location, you let me know. But other than a cursory glance, with which you're taking maybe, a minute to kind of scan the room, walk around it,
Yeah.
you don't see any doors or a basement or anything. You do notice, though, that there are the 4 window, or I guess it's 6 windows, with shutters completely closed. So it's dark in here. Just some moonlight coming in. You might even need a light source at this point.
Oh, I'll cast a light on.
Okay.
In the room.
Oh. I can see really well.
Yeah, you can see well. Is
I cannot.
Canas is Yune with you?
I don't
He's looking
know.
after the children, right?
I think Yune stayed back at home to make sure no intruders came into the house.
Gotcha. That's right. Yes. All right, so let's go to you, Canas. What are you doing? Rufus is scanning the room using the light of Laurent's spell. Laurent is listening at the doors.
Well, he did say that nobody was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe him because, he was listening pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Or it seems like everyone's sound asleep. So I might just turn and say, everyone be on your guard. And I'm going to slowly open the door to my left, or to the left of the map.
You open the door slowly. The door hinges squeak as this door creeps open. The first thing you see, first thing your eyes go to, they dart to, is the workbench and tools scattered all about. This room looks like a workshop. It contains everything a carpenter needs to make coffins, maybe even furniture. 3 sturdy work tables stretch the length of the western wall.
Can I look at them more closely to see if there's anything out of place or strange?
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh. I'm so good at that. That's sarcastic. A 1!
You don't see anything out of the ordinary with these tools. They're just scattered haphazardly.
Mm-hmm. I whisper very quietly, it seems this is where Vandervoort's tools are to make the coffins. Nothing else out of the ordinary in this room.
Let's check the other doors.
Rufus or Laurent, you want to open the doors?
I just moved in front of this one. I think I'll open it.
This
I'll
room
stealth.
is...
We'll
Sure,
open.
you can give me a stealth check if you'd like.
Yeah.
While you're rolling, this is a...
14.
looks like almost like a junk room. There's a table. There's 4 chairs in one corner of the room. A lantern that hangs from a chain directly above it. It's not lit. And 2 well-made cabinets stand against the east wall. They have some small pieces of wood in them. You could see some of the doors are ajar, and you could see inside scraps, things like that.
I'll just take a minute to search the floor for any trapdoors.
While you're doing that, Canas, you're opening that door? Or Laurent, excuse me?
Yeah, but before I open it, can I extinguish the light cantrip?
Sure.
I want to just shh, everyone, we're going really quiet because I feel like at this point this door must go upstairs, and that's where we're likely to find somebody. So.
And it does. You extinguish the light cantrip. Rufus, it's hard to see now. It's complete pitch black inside that room. But you heard his warning. The door opens, and you see stairs ascending upwards.
Laurent, were you an architect in your past life?
No, but no, my farmhouse in Neverwinter had a similar layout as this.
Interesting. I wonder if your farmhouse was based on this.
I suppose it's possible, but we were farmers, not coffin makers.
I will mention that there does appear to be a door by the workbenches, although I do feel that it is very close to the front, so it may be the door leading outside.
Do we want to check it out or go upstairs?
I think we should head upstairs for now.
How quiet do we want to be?
Probably as quiet as possible.
Can I cast silence at the top of the stairs?
Sure, what's the radius? 20? Is it 20 feet, or is it big?
20 feet. 20 feet.
20 feet. Sure. Who's going first?
I can't see, so I probably shouldn't go first.
I will go first.
I'll go second. I want to stay in the middle because I can't see. So.
Okay.
Rufus, you unfortunately cannot see.
I can't see. They've wandered off without me.
Oh, you guys can't see at all? Shit.
I'm just a human with human vision.
If you were to open the windows, you get some dim light from the moonlight, but right now it's like pitch black.
All right. Well, we might need to cast the light cantrip, but in the meantime, I'm just going to check upstairs really fast. Actually, I'm going to go get... I'm whispering really quietly, Rufus.
It's pitch black, and all of a sudden you hear, Rufus.
Do you have a torch? I can't see.
Don't worry, we're going to cast light very quickly. I'm just going to run upstairs and see if anyone's there. Yes, come with me.
I will hold you.
All right, so I'm just going to bring them to the bottom of the stairs.
I will cast light on whatever weapon Rufus is holding, so it glows in a nice way.
Perfect.
Sword.
Yeah,
Rufus, you're constantly holding him? Are you holding his hand, or you're holding his shoulders? How are you doing this?
Yeah, I was having him like his hand on my shoulder, just to bring him to the bottom of the stairs.
Cast light on my shield then, because my shield's out, but I'll put my sword away so I can hold you.
I'll cast light on a shield, but once they cross the threshold of like halfway up the stairs, it's just completely quiet.
Okay.
Right. So that's why I'm going to go upstairs first and just see what I see. So
Okay. I'll move your token.
Great.
So at the top of the stairs, you see your token right here?
Yep.
At the top of the stairs, you see doors to the left and to the right. It's silent completely because of the spell.
Yeah.
You know, there's like the general... There's a word for this. I can't remember it, but it's like, you know, when there's like ambience to real life, you know? There's always noise filtering through the air, but it's completely silent. Like you're in a, you know, a vacuum basically, right? You know, it's nothing, no sound penetrating at the top of the steps.
Of course.
What do you do?
I would like to, again, kind of keeping myself as hidden as possible, peeking around the corner, check out the door to the right first.
This right? Your tokens?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
The door is, you can open it. It's not open, though. You want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. You see into what looks like some sort of an attic space.
Don't give me too much because I'm really just taking a look really quick.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
In the silence. But
it's
sure.
It's a large, drafty room. There's cobwebs and all bunch of stuff here. It's like crates and planks of wood. It looks like, you know, the attic of a coffin maker.
Got it. And then I'm going to open this door to the left.
Sure. Okay. This looks more like furnishings. A kitchen. There's a square table surrounded by chairs and shelves of provisions. A little counter space and a door to the north.
Got it. Would you say that, like, let's say up to here or so?
Did you move to that square? That square?
I'm.
Did you move to that square?
Okay, there's Bob doing a thing. No, I'm still here. But
okay.
Would you say that the silence goes to about here?
Yes.
Okay, so that's cool. So I'm gonna go back downstairs.
He cast it at the top. Hold on, just go back there for a second. He cast it at the top of the stairs. So it would be 5, 10, 15. It goes to the whole room.
Okay.
The whole kitchen area. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if I were to walk much further into the kind of attic area, it's
almost all the way up to like here. Yeah. To the 20 feet up.
All right.
15 feet up at least. Yeah.
And I don't see anything here, right?
It opens up. It's a bigger room, but it's again more crates and scraps of wood, planks, 2x4s. You know, looks like storage for the coffins.
Got it. So you don't have to bring me down there, but I'm gonna really just head downstairs and tell them that there are 2 rooms up there, and nothing up there should break our stealth. And we can move freely around one of the rooms into the silence and open one of the doors in silence But the other room seems to be a large attic, and if we want to move out of the silence and discuss our next moves, we can do that.
Let's go upstairs.
What do you mean silence?
The silence spell.
Oh, there's a spell cast. Prevents. That's suspicious, is it not?
I cast it.
Oh, you cast it.
It was my spell to keep us quiet as we went upstairs.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
A Vistani spell.
Yeah, well, let us go before the spell expires.
So you're going to cast light and then head up the steps?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, go for it.
Hold on, I'm just gonna drag my. Can you drag our tokens over?
Oh, whoops, sorry. I thought, yeah. I did it for, what's his name? Canas. All right, there you go. You're both there.
All right, sweet. Pointing, which door do you want to go through first?
I just
There's only one door.
I motioned for them to go into this room really quick.
You can move your tokens.
Kind of point to the door that I was talking about, the one door that we could open, which would still be in silence.
When you enter this room, you recognize that there's like dinner on the table. It looks like scraps of food, perhaps hours old, not cleaned up. Some flies buzzing on it.
Weird.
Point that out that's suspicious without saying that's suspicious because it's quiet, but be like, that's not right.
Hope we haven't got here too late.
Well, we're gonna find out. I'll approach the next door.
You can open it if you'd like.
I think I would, as stealthily as possible.
What's your passive perceptions, everybody?
I think opening the door would be silent.
It would be. What are your passive perceptions?
14.
12.
14.
Mine's 12.
Okay.
No, 13.
Go for it.
All right. I'll open the door. Give me a second. I just click on it, and there's a bed. Bedside stand. Looks like some drawers and such, but nothing. Looking around the room, it looks like an ordinary room, and I think I'm now out of the silence spell. So kind of shrug.
I'll tell you what you see. There's more to this. You open up silently into a modest bedchamber. It holds a cot and several well-made pieces of furniture, including a table, padded chair, a bookshelf, and a wardrobe. Laying upon the bed, looks like in some sort of a terrible dream, is a man, gray hair, gray beard, in his like sleeping, pajamas. And he's just tossing, turning. You can see him like mumbling to himself.
Is he saying any words?
No, but he's tossing and turning. He looks distraught.
I'm going to check the cupboards.
Sure. Let's see here. Let's go around the table. So, Canas, you're going to check the cupboards. What about you, Laurent?
I'm thinking of casting Disguise Self so I don't look like myself and maybe a less intimidating face when he walks in. Can I make myself look like Father... Not Bleegrim, he's dead. The other...
Lucian?
Bleegrim's from a different game.
Yeah, different game completely. Father Lucian. Father Lucian.
Gotcha.
Father
Lucian.
I know too many priests in D&D.
Father Lucian,
Father Lucian, yeah. I'll cast Disguise Self so I look like Father Lucian. So if he does wake up, it's not a stranger. It's Father Lucian.
Gotcha.
Aha! Now we know it's him.
Yeah. And Andrew, what is Rufus doing?
Well, I'm still in this antechamber. I'll go and peer in, and I see them. I'm just going to stand in the corner here, very quietly. I'm listening. You know what? I'm going to ping Divine Sense.
Sure. You get no.
Gonna come to me.
You get no ping from the Divine Sense. There's a man, troubled with nightmares, night terrors. Canas, you open that cabinet there, and inside you see quite a few pieces of clothes. It looks like there's like a sack of dirty clothes, as well as all sorts of coats and pants, as well as work clothes and aprons, things like that.
Okay. I'm checking the stuff over here too.
Sure. Yeah, it looks like personal belongings, all different sorts of knickknacks, wooden trinkets that he's probably carved himself. He's in a deep sleep, so you seem to walk about normally, and he doesn't wake.
Should we wake him up and ask him questions?
I was thinking about checking the attic to see if he's hiding anything in there first.
Do you want to do that, and I'll wait here with him in case he wakes up?
Sure.
Yes.
I will. I'll make myself comfortable in the easy chair, looking like Father Lucian.
Do not attack him if he wakes up. Do not hurt him.
No, I would never. Come on, please.
While you're here, see if there's anything on that table.
I'll make myself comfortable in the easy chair and start to look through his personal belongings in the least intrusive way possible.
What's your you're outside of the silence spell now, right, Tim?
Yeah, this far into the room is out of that 20 feet.
All right. Give me a stealth check just to see if you wake him up or not.
Sure. Uh, 17.
Okay. You stand at the ready. I see, the two of you entered the attic area. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's a drafty, big attic. There are cobwebs, which take up most of the ceiling area, as well as stacks of wooden planks lying amid several crates marked junk.
Does it actually say junk on them?
It's labeled junk.
What if we proceed forwards? Is there anything more interesting?
It's more of the same.
What's this crate in the top left corner? This one here.
Here? Oh, here?
No, this one.
Top left here? It's a crate.
I want to open that one.
You go to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have something to open it with? A crowbar, for instance?
I do have a crowbar somehow.
Okay.
I forget
I also have a crowbar.
Dungeoneer's pack?
No,
That
I got
must
it
be
from
it.
somebody. I found it, but I can't remember at this point.
You must have stolen it.
How dare you?
He's a thief.
Take some levels in Rogue next time.
Oh, I have carpenter's tools. That's why.
Oh, there you go. Andrew, you take out your crowbar, you wrench open this, or pry open this crate, and inside is...
The bones.
No. But you are shocked to see something there.
A child.
Your eyes widen.
It's not another child. I can't deal with more children to look after.
Laurent. Henrik, the carpenter. He's twisting and turning. And he says, you hear him mumbling. He says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. No, please. No. What do you do?
Do I hear anything from the other rooms?
Mm-mm. I don't think so. They're not calling you.
All right. Just let him keep until they come back and tell me to wake him up. I'm gonna let him keep having his nightmare, I suppose.
And then he mumbles before, again, falling back into a deep sleep. He says, I'm sorry. Vasily, no. And then back to sleep.
Oh, come on. I feel like I have to wake him up now. You know? I'll wait another minute, see if they come back with any news from it.
Okay. Andrew, you open up the crate. And inside, you drop your crowbar almost immediately, I would assume. Or maybe you don't, but you can describe your reaction. But this quiet evening changes. When you open the lid, something inside lunges out towards you. We're going to go into combat here. A denizen of the night. A long-toothed humanoid screeches as it lunges for your throat.
Oh my god.
Let's roll initiative.
Does Laurent hear it?
I'd say at this point, yeah. Let's go to the... Where is the initiative here? Why is it... Oh, sorry, I messed up. I'll get you initiative in a second here. There we go. All right, tell me what you got, and I'll just add you to the list here.
Oh, I have populated it. I'm 9.
Roll it again, everybody? Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of Michelle. Let's get rid of Casimir. Let's get rid of this Rufus, this Canas, this Tim. What'd you get, everybody?
23.
Rufus, you got 10. A 9, right?
Yeah.
And Tim a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So, everybody, a creature of the night, a vampire, lunges out at you.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Let's see. Not bad. Okay, Canas, you still do go first.
Okay.
I'm going to put the token there, too, for you to see.
You know what? Screw it. I am going to use Summon Shadow Spawn. Because I don't know how strong this thing is. Oh, why is it not doing anything? I'm trying to use D&D Beyond, and it's not registering.
Okay, you can just roll it in D&D Beyond.
Well, it's not a roll. I wanted to put the description.
Oh, okay. Why don't you read it then?
It's pretty long.
Oh, you mean mechanical description?
Yeah. I'm essentially summoning this shadowy figure that is here. You call forth a shadowy spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the shadow blah blah blah. It's an ally to you and your companions in combat. Okay. Well, there's this whole thing where it talked about how it was like deformed and weird looking.
Well, I placed a shadow here for you that you can control.
And for flavor, because I have no shadow, when I summon it, I want it to come from underneath my feet, like it's my shadow.
Yeah, then, a cheap imitation for it, but yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And okay.
Okay.
I can choose a.
Yeah, this is the cool part of the spell.
I've never had this before. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Go ahead, describe it. Go ahead.
So I can choose an option: Fury, Despair, or Fear, and it gives it specific it gives it like abilities and things like that.
Which one are you choosing?
So I think the one I'm going to choose is Despair.
Okay, what's the benefit
so
of that
Despair does any creature other than you that starts its turn within 5 feet of the spirit has its speed reduced by 20 feet until the start of that creature's next turn.
Okay, great. And it's normal, it's got attacks and things like that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And it uses my initiative.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So, since it's like, can it climb up here and kind of, well, okay. We're kind of like, this thing's kind of like in a weird space right now.
It could be there. These are planks, and I assume this shadow thing doesn't need to be walking on something, right? It can be wherever it wants to be.
So I'm trying to bring it here because I want to make sure that Rufus's speed is not reduced by 20 feet for whatever reason if he wants to get away.
Okay. Does it have to start within 20 feet, though?
It has to be within 5 feet.
No, 20 feet of you. When you summon it.
No. It can be anywhere. It can move
anywhere.
around.
Up to 90 feet. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you place it on the opposite side of the vampire. Rufus is now, 10 feet away from it. And do your attacks.
Okay. So I just have to use this really quick. Oh, well, it doesn't hit.
That one does not hit. But what else do you got? Is that it?
That's it for now.
Okay, so the creature rises up out of your where your shadow would have been, and then marches over to the edge of the map on the other side of the crate that was just opened, and attacks the vampire spawn in vain. Then we go to the creature. Rufus, this creature is angry, furious. Despite the token, it is a male vampire. It jumps out, and very similar to that of Father Donovich's son, where, it seems like it is hungering for you. So it's going to attempt to bite first. Or grapple first, actually. What doesn't really matter, but looks like the bite is going to... What's your AC?
My AC is currently 18.
Currently 18. Oh, wow. Okay, so it rolled... It looks like it rolled twice for each one. So I'm just going to take the first one on each. And it looks like it's going to be a... 11 that's not going to hit you, but then a critical hit will hit you.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a...
Yikes.
Actually, not terrible... damage here. Yeah, not terrible damage. 11 damage from the claw, but you are grappled by the creature.
Okay, 11 you say?
11, yep. Mm-hmm. And the creature just again, opens its jaws, it grabs onto you, and it's trying to just take your blood, and you're just putting your shield between it and you and preventing it from getting to your jugular. What do you do next?
So remind me, getting rid of a grapple is an action, I believe, right?
Correct, yep. Otherwise, you could just stay there.
I'll just pull out my sword, because I imagine my crowbar was knocked from my hands. If it isn't, then I'll drop it.
You could drop it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll pull out my sword and try and thrust my sword into it.
Go for it. Roll your attack.
$20.
20 will hit.
And I'm going to roll my damage. And I'm going to also smite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's... Oh, one hand is more than two hands, so it's 11 because I was using one hand. And then because it's a vampire, it's undead, I get 3d8 smite.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 plus 12 is 23 damage.
11 and 12. Got it. Perfect. 23 damage to the vampire.
And then as I bring in a furious backstroke, and I strike again.
Mm-hmm.
This time, I miss. I get 9, but that's a 1. So.
Yeah, that does not hit. Okay. That's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All
so
right.
does my damage, how does it take my damage?
Oh, when you stab into it, you can hear it screech out into the night. The radiant damage clearly bothering it more than anything else.
Okay.
Nice. Tim, I just realized I skipped you, but you're in the other room, so you'll hear the cries of combat.
Yeah, no worries.
And can enter right now. Henrik will leap up out of bed as well. This scream shakes him awake.
All right, Henrik, we'll see Father Lucian standing here. I'm going to say, Henrik, old friend, wait here. I'll deal with this as a man of the cloth.
I'm sorry. Father, I'm sorry.
Just wait here. Just wait here. I'll be right back. We'll deal with this in a minute.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's double action to dash. And then bonus action, I will draw from my Taroka deck.
Okay, perfect. What did you draw?
Give me 1 second. I'll find out right now. Spirit Tales from Beyond.
Like
so
Gambit.
I roll a D12. Like Gambit, baby. A Tales from Beyond is a 5, which means it is a... I can't do anything with it this turn, but for 1 minute, any creature... melee attack. Okay, yeah, so any creature... Well, I can... next turn, I'll bestow it on somebody. For a minute, they deal extra damage.
Yeah, what's your dice? Is it D6 or a D8?
D6.
So you'll just add D6 damage to anybody's attacks for a minute.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's
all right.
solid, yep.
So you rush in, and you can't see it from your angle probably because you're the bottom of this here, but you do see Rufus is in struggle. That's probably what you would see.
Yeah.
All right. At the end of the turn, Canas, the crate next to you, begins to shake.
Oh boy.
Out pops yet another creature, another vampire. Rufus, you notice a crate in the back corner opens up. Another. And yet another.
Uh-oh.
And yet another. 6 in total creatures rise from these crates labeled junk. So, everybody, we go to the top of the order. Canas, you're up.
Oh boy. What am I gonna do? I'm going to, you know what? I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the one that is near Rufus. Here we go. There we go.
Hey, natural 20.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a decent amount of damage because Guiding Bolt's got a lot of dice.
And it's at level 3.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
So that is 29 plus 15. 44. Radiant damage.
Holy moly. 29 plus 14
Plus 15.
plus 15. This creature gets walloped. The blast of radiant damage searing its skin, its already decayed skin. Now it looks burnt, almost like ashy. And it is clearly struggling to survive here.
But it's
that's
not dead.
Not dead. Mm-mm.
And it's taken like 70 damage.
Yes, it has. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
And there's 6 of them.
There's 6 of them.
That is
Okay.
dangerous.
Interesting. That interests me.
It interests me too.
It's interesting.
All right, so we go.
Well, the Shadow Spawn's going to attack.
Go for it.
Here we go. That's a 13 plus. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Like there, I don't know why the D&D Beyond thing isn't showing up.
It's okay.
Plus your spell attack modifier. Okay, that's like a 20 or a 19 or 20. It's an. I have 2 things open right now.
Mm-hmm. Just tell me the final numbers here.
It's a 20. It's a 20.
Okay,
20
that'll
to
hit.
hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that's gonna do 1d12 plus 6 cold damage. So that's gonna do 14 damage. Cold damage.
14. Okay. 14 it is.
And it's still alive.
Still alive.
That's crazy. I am going to shout to Rufus that I just really destroyed that thing pretty hard, and it's still alive. This may not be good for us. We might need to run away.
Its power level's over 9,000.
Yeah. So I am actually going to step away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It'll swing at you.
Yeah.
The one from the coffin or the box that just popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm actually, I realized what happened. I didn't open Microsoft Edge, so I'm going to take the first one in every roll. I think you're hit. What's your armor class?
15.
You're hit, and it's going to do 9 slashing damage. The problem is you're grappled by it, so you have to go back to here.
Damn. Well, that's not good.
Damn. Okay, that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. The creatures, I rolled initiatives for all of them, so some of them are going at different times, but you all rolled pretty poor initiatives, Tim and Andrew, so I'm going to go with the majority of them right now. So the creature that was attacking you already, Rufus, is going to attack you again. And again with a claw and a bite. A claw will hit you with... No, sorry, claw does not hit you, but the bite does hit you with a 25. You take 5 piercing damage and 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
It seems to gain some of your life force when it draws your blood. Its wounds begin to heal just a little bit.
Disgusting creature.
Yeah, you can feel like the necrotic energy coursing through your body. You feel dirty and unclean. Okay. Now, we go to the one next to Canas. Canas, this one will hop out of the box and attack you. This one will hop out of the box and attack you. This one goes here. That one goes there. And the last one's going to go after Tim. We got 3 on you, Canas. For this, I'm just going to take the first 3 rolls because it's going to roll 4 in a row. All right, so Canas, it looks like you're going to get hit 3 times. Your AC was 20?
15.
Oh, 15. You're going to hit 3 times, yes. 7 slashing, 5 slashing, and 12 slashing. So that would be a total of 24.
I am down.
You're down.
You're
Okay,
down?
great.
100% I'm down.
Perfect. And then we go to the one on the back of you, flanking you, Andrew. Claws and a bite.
This
The
guy
bite-
also doesn't exist anymore. I had a plan. That sucks.
The claw does not hit you, neither does the bite. Okay, that's the end of... Let's see here. That is the end of their turns. We go to Tim.
I'm gonna yell for Henrik to call them off as loud as I can. In the voice of Father Lucian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll use my action to out of my deck of cards, I pull the Dark Lord Taroka card. And now Rufus, whenever you attack, you get to add extra damage to your your attacks, melee attacks.
D6, right?
Mhm.
Yep. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on the one right in front of you also, and give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay. End of your turn?
That's everything I can do.
Gotcha. We go to the last one, which is going to run out towards Rufus. And we'll attack you twice. 1 claw, 1 bite. And we're looking at a 25 claw and 16 bite.
So one with the 25.
Claw will hit you with 8 slashing.
Got it.
Okay. And you can see the 3 that are surrounding Canas. Almost all, actually, no, all of them did hit you. So not only did they grab at you, right? They slashed you and killed, like knocked you unconscious, but they're all trying to grab onto you and like almost struggling over which one is going to get to eat you. There are some women in this one as well. The 2 women who are on the right side here, they're just like hissing at each other. And the one here is looking at you, Laurent, and he'll say out to you, and he says, "Ah, Henrik, you brought us snacks. Excellent choice." And Henrik, will enter the room. Henrik will come behind you, and he says, "Father Lucian, I'm so sorry. I've made a grave error." And you can see he's got a almost like a burlap sack in his hands. It's got some sort of material inside it.
What do you mean by material?
Objects clanking around in it.
I hope it's like religious stuff to get these vampires out of here.
He says, "Father," and he gets onto his knees, and he says, "I've stolen something from you. I've put us all in danger." And he opens the sack, and you can see inside. He drops it to the floor. Bones rattle out.
Do the vampire spawn have any reaction?
No, they don't change their reaction one bit. This one, the one at the top that was just talking to you, he looks like he's interested in taking you next as a meal. The other two women are fighting over Canas' body, limp body in their hands.
And it's my turn now?
No, that's the end of your turn. He's the last to act in the initiative, so it would technically be Canas. Give me a death save.
Okay.
Did any of their attacks hit you after you fell? It was 12 was the last one.
No.
Okay.
I did it in order.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to whisper that, but
It's okay. I see it.
I think I was supposed to whisper it. That's what we try to do, right?
We try to do it, yeah. But for the viewers, you can probably see the roll. The rest of you, don't look. All right. Next up, we would go to... Oh, did we skip you, Andrew? I think it was your turn.
We did skip me.
It would be your turn then.
Now.
You'll be before Canas.
Am I still grappled?
You are, by two of them, by the top and the bottom.
One of them have a disadvantage on strength.
That'll be this one, the red one.
Well, shucks.
And that Tail of the Avenger, for 1 minute, any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage. So if they're melee attacking him, they take force damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And can I try and break 2 grapples at once, or do you have to?
You actually just you break all of them, I believe, because it's just a check to ungrapple yourself. It's not like each individual one.
But that's an action.
Yeah. Though I'm not sure, actually. Maybe chat will let us know if I'm wrong here, but I think you'd make one check. But it feels like with multiples, there should be some penalty, maybe like disadvantage to this. It only seems fair.
Bob, I'm just going to roll something to see if it works.
Sure.
No, it's not working. All right, that's fine.
I'm going to attack the one that's damaged.
Okay.
With my sword. $19.
That'll hit.
And then I'll roll my damage.
Extra d6 from Tim's card.
Extra d6, and I may smite.
Bob, I think you read that wrong. It's not that he gets an extra d6. Anyone who attacks him takes a d6.
Oh, attacks him?
That's what it's. I just reread it quickly. It's anyone that attacks him.
That still d6 would apply, and I'll roll a d6 for the other ones. In fact, you can roll it, Tim. Give me 2 more d6s.
Sure.
Andrew, you smiting or no?
I'm just deciding. Is this damage it's taken before I attack it, right? No.
The damage. What damage? It's taken damage.
What's Laurent rolling for?
He's rolling the damage that it would have taken the
Any
other
creature.
creature. So you rolled for the red one, the 5, because when it attacked you, it should have taken damage. But Laurent's rolling for the other 2 that are near you.
Oh, okay. And it's still alive after taking that 5 when it attacked me.
It was still alive. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to smite it. Yeah.
Go for it.
It's got to be level 2. So it'll be 2, goes to 3 for level 2, goes to 4 for undead.
Right, there we go.
And that is 14 extra, which is 14 plus. What was it for? 6. So that's 20. And I'm going to do. And as I slash it, I call out to the Gwain Lord, and he rewards me with. I get 4 extra hit points and I'm going to give 1 to Canas. So Canas, you get a hit point.
Is this can be transferred from distance?
Yeah. Well, let me just double check that to make sure.
Okay. That's a pretty powerful ability then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So while Andrew's looking this up, I'm going to give you a little more information. So the one creature you stab with the sword, certainly that extra radiant damage is what did it in. So you strike down one of the vampires, and it turns and crumples to dust. The other two look enraged by what you've just done. The vampire that's over here that was talking to Laurent seems to be the outspoken one, and says, "You'll pay for that with your life." And he's going to... I'll mark him as blue, just to... he seems to be the
any
outspoken.
creatures within 30 feet is divided as I like.
Cool. So you can give 1 to him and 3 to you, or
4 to me, yeah.
4 to you?
Yep.
Canas, you wake up, you're being pulled left and right by 2 vampire spawn.
Yay.
Okay. That's the end of the order, technically. Vandervoort comes out, displays the bones, and then we go to the top of the order. Canas, you would be up then.
Okay. Am I still grappled by these things?
Oh,
Yes, you are.
I get what? Sorry, I get 1 more attack because I get 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'll attack the other one that's grappling me.
Okay.
Uh, 12.
That might hit. Does not.
Okay.
Okay. Canas, what are you doing?
As a bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Light to restore 14 hit points. And... well, shit. I can't use my action to disengage if I'm grappled, right?
You can't disengage. You have a speed of 0. I mean, I guess you can disengage, but it'd be a waste of an action.
Right. Yeah. Damn. I'm not really sure what to do. I need to get away from these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to... Is there I could use an action to try to escape the grapple from these 3 things,
You
right?
can, yep.
Because I can't run away.
Correct. You can't leave. Your speed is 0 while you're grappled.
Yes. Okay. What is that? An athletics check?
Yep. Or acrobatics. It depends what's better for you.
Okay. Well, they're the same.
So interesting. I'm just, Googled the rules here because basically this is kind of like a weird mechanic. Can you escape multiple grapples? And basically starting a grapple is a successful melee attack, so it replaces an attack. So in theory, if you want to escape a grapple, what it says here is if you have multiple attacks, you can escape multiple, but it seems like you have to try to get out of each of them. Now, that's just a very quick Google search, so I could be wrong. The person that I just wrote that could be wrong. Let's see. Is there anything else here? It's funny. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. You did go unconscious, did you not?
Yeah.
Oddly enough...
Not the grappler.
Yeah, oddly enough... the grappler. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the grappled creature is different. Yeah, there's nothing to indicate multiple creatures, so I'm just going to give you disadvantage on it if you're grappled by multiple creatures, but if you make it, you escape all of them.
Okay. I thought the grapple condition ended if I went incapacitated, though.
No, the grappler.
Oh.
The person grappling you, if they go unconscious...
They're going to keep holding your limp body.
They let you go. No. Yeah, they'll keep holding your limp body, but if the grappler went unconscious, they would drop you. Right? You're the grappled. They're the grappler.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, so I have to roll again. That's your ruling? A disadvantage, right?
Yes, you'd have to disadvantage, yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh,
16 is my lowest.
so you succeed. These two vampire spawn were arguing over you, and it seems that you used that to your advantage. You were awoke by the Gwain Lord, and then used that surprise to escape their grapple.
All right. Now I'm going to try to get away.
Go for it.
Well, roll roll your attacks.
They do not hit you.
Really?
They do not. 15 is your AC, right?
Yeah.
I don't hit you. You can see the. Oh, actually, you can't see it.
Damn, I got hit 3 times. And then
The
all
chat
of a sudden
can see it though, and it's 14 is the highest I got.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna move out here.
You move all the way down behind Henrik.
I'll climb on the planks.
All right, you climb the planks, and there's a trap there, so you die.
Perfect.
Great. You hop up on the planks, and you see the bones scattered on the floor in front of you. Now, it's a bag of bones.
Shoot! Are those there?
It's a bag of bones. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would grab them if I can.
You grab the old dusty bones, and Henrik says to you again, "Father, I'm sorry." He's talking to Tim, thinking you're Lucian.
I am Father Lucian.
I made a mistake.
I'm like this guy is loony at this point. I'm just like, let's get out. We've got the bones. Let's get out.
All right. The creatures go. Oh, Laurent.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine.
Laurent. I want to devour you. All right, here we go. Boom, boom.
I
All
have an AC of 14.
Okay. 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
7 slashing damage.
Hold on. 7.
9 again.
Okay. I take it all in stride. Doesn't
Those
feel
are
good, but I take it.
Those are the claws.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry, I lied to you. I supposed to take the first 3. It's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, only 2 hit you, and it's 9 and 7.
Okay, so I'm gonna add 7 back in.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Okay.
of the 2 that grappled you, they're going to attempt to bite you.
Oh no!
You're hit once for 8 total damage, 3 of which is necrotic, and it's going to. Well, those are full health, so they're not going to do anything. But they're
Okay.
drinking your blood.
That's only terrifying a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's the end of these 3. They attacked you. The 2 up by you, Rufus, are going to attack. Claws. Both hit, unfortunately. 8 slashing damage, 9 slashing damage.
8 and 9.
Mm-hmm. Are you
Oh.
still up?
No, that's just enough to take me to 0.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. One of them is going to bite you, doing more damage, and again, a critical hit on you.
Oh.
Okay.
So
God.
you go to 2 death saves.
Okay.
And then the other one says, out loud, for all of you to hear, "Don't drink too much, you're gonna kill him." And the other one hisses, taking bloody lips off of your neck, and says, "It's just one of them. We were told we could have some snacks." All right, that's the end of their turn. We go to Tim.
Question: do any of them have like any like metal or jewelry or bracelets on them by any chance?
Oh, do they take
No.
damage because they attack me?
Yeah,
Oh.
roll d6s, sure. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how many d6?
1d6 for each one that attacks you.
6 and a 1.
Okay. Okay. That's the end of their turn. Ooh, you know what? Actually, one of them probably shouldn't have gone because I think one of them had an initiative below you, Laurent. But still, probably would have knocked you out at least with the bite damage, and the claw would have knocked you out.
You mean Rufus?
Yeah, no, but Laurent goes at 10.
Oh.
And this one, the one to the south, was the last to join. It rolled the lowest. So in theory, if I just take the first bite and the first claw, you would have been knocked out with the bite, Laurent. Or, excuse me, Rufus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was only just knocked out.
Yeah, because the bite still did 21 damage. So the first one would have done the 9 slashing. But then the 21 would have thrown you over to 0.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you would have no extra death saves, but you would be unconscious still. And again, the thing would speak out and say the same thing.
Okay. And so, do I have those death saves?
Yeah, you technically would have them cleared because this one goes after
Okay.
Laurent.
All right. Good.
So we go to Laurent now. What do you do?
And I go at 9, so I go after Laurent.
So Laurent and the creature both have 10.
Oh, okay, got it.
So Laurent goes, then the creature goes, then you
me.
go. Mhm.
Right.
Are the creatures wearing any metal or jewelry or anything like that?
No, not. Why don't we just do a percentile chance? Maybe there's a 30% chance that one of them has some sort of like intricate, some sort of metal jewelry or something. You could roll it.
Oh, okay, great. Hold on.
A 30 percentile. No.
No. Okay. All right. That makes it really tough. Okay. I'm gonna use the first thing bonus action to transfer the hex onto the one that's talking the most.
Mhm.
So I don't know which one it is, but whatever that one is.
The blue.
Yep. So I'm gonna transfer the hex down with the bonus action, and then I will cast Dissonant Whispers on that same one at 3rd level.
Mhm.
So they're gonna make a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
Will fail. No.
Okay.
Ooh. Passes. 15.
Okay, hold on one
Yeah,
second. D&D give me a
passes.
hard time. It's gonna be 5d6 half damage. It looks like.
Okay.
So 19 damage.
Mm-hmm. So half to
all psychic.
8.
19. Yes.
9? Okay. 9
Yeah.
damage.
Half damage. Okay, and then can I use my free action to say, "You can have the old man"?
You can say that. You're referring to Henrik, right?
Yo, yeah, no. I mean, if you're keeping everyone else alive and they want something, take the old man.
Sure. He starts crying, believing that his priest may have been giving his soul away here.
His
Let's
soul
go
is
to
his
the
body.
creature here. So this creature looks like it realizes you're not completely dead. You've just fell unconscious. So it's going to take a bite on you, Andrew. It's going to take it'll take 1 bite on you. So you're going to take a critical hit because I rolled before. Remember, I rolled extra bites. So you're going to take 1 hit, which becomes a critical hit because you're unconscious, and it's going to regain some of its health up to full. You go to 2 failed saving throws.
Got it.
Okay. And then, after it's done taking a big swig, a drink from you, it's going to move, and it's going to come over here and tell the other one, "Leave the body. It will replenish." And it will do so. And it's its turn. At the end of the round here, it looks grim. Canas, you look around. You see Laurent surrounded by bodies about to assault him. Henrik crying on his knees, begging for forgiveness. You see Rufus, or at least maybe the blood of Rufus, spilling onto the floor. When this window opens, the window up here, you hear a loud crash, and through the window enters a man. A man that you saw earlier in the evening. A man by the name of Rictavio, the traveling entertainer. Except this time, instead of walking through, walking by your path with a walking stick, and looks like he was heading to his room, the Blue Water Inn. Here, he tumbles in, crashes through the window, and lands with his hand on the floor, steadying himself. He's holding holy symbols and holy water in his hand. And he tells you all, "Run! Get out of here! Save yourselves. Leave them to me." And he'll hold up the symbols. The creatures turn to him, hiss, and they turn their attention to your new ally. Let's go to top of the order, Canas.
What about? Did
All
you
right.
skip me?
Oh, Rufus.
Uh-oh.
Is he the top of the order?
No, he's the bottom. But
I never
Rufus, this will happen. Rufus, you have the opportunity to make a death save now.
Right, but I have lots of inspiration, so I'm not too worried.
Don't tempt fate now. Don't tell.
Come on! Don't
tell
even say
fate.
that. Knock on wood somewhere right now.
Don't tell
It's an
fate
8.
that you've got.
Use one. Use the first one.
I use my inspiration. I'm gonna not roll the death save on the thing. I'm gonna roll just a regular D20 on the what's it?
Oh my god.
19.
Jeez, making me so nervous.
All right.
Oh my god.
Now is it my turn?
Now it's your turn.
All right. Tim, how much damage has Laurent taken, Tim?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I look about. I'm bloodied.
Okay. Well, I am going to use my last 2 healing lights. I'm going to give one to Rufus. But not a D20, sorry. Rufus, you get 6.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I'm going to give one to Laurent. Alright, you get 3. And I repeat again. Listen to the old man. Run. And I will move here. And I will use my action to shove Vandervoort towards the vampires.
No, we need him.
Ooh.
We need him.
We don't need him. We got the bones.
He falls forward on his face. He doesn't resist.
Cool. And then I'm going to just kind of wait by the stairs. Well, I can't see anyone, so I'm going to wait here I want to make sure that my allies get here.
Okay. Then we go to the creatures. Tim?
Are the creatures like seemingly distracted by Rictavio? They're like
Some of them are going to go to him. Yeah, others are going to stay on you. We'll have the one that you had hexed stay on you.
Within the confines of the space, would making Rictavio bigger be helpful to him? Does it seem like?
I don't know. I mean, there's room. It's a tall ceiling.
Like, he just has like stuff in his hands. Like, he looks like primarily like it appears to be a melee fighter. I'm hoping.
You don't know.
All right. Well, okay. Well, you see. Okay. I'm gonna cast. Everyone's up. I'm gonna cast another Dissonant Whispers on the one right next to me.
Okay. Saving throw.
Saving throw. Wisdom saving throw of 15. 5d6.
He fails.
It's gonna take 14 psychic damage.
Okay. Takes 14.
And he's
Oh,
got
I didn't do his. I didn't do their
immediately
attacks
use
on you,
reaction.
Tim. I didn't do their attacks on you.
Okay, that's okay though. Really, it's okay.
Oh, I did. I did roll them actually. Sorry, I did roll them. I rolled it's 2 hits, 1 claw, 1 bite.
Okay, what's the damage?
So you're gonna get hit and take 9 slashing and the bite. I'll just roll damage here.
Yep.
18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
18 damage or 18 to hit?
18 damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
So ignore that last 5d6.
Ignore that last one. Yeah. Okay. You go unconscious. Okay. And that's the end of your turn as well. You need to get a death save.
Yep, I will roll that to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, make sure I whisper it.
I don't see it.
Back. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to roll a d20 on the Roll20 because
Sure.
the D&D Beyond is not doing it.
Oh.
Oh, that's a double fail.
So you and Rufus are both at one failure.
I'm up now because I was healed.
The other creature, though, will move towards Rictavio, and then it would be your turn, Andrew. So right now, you can see Rictavio has all of them near him. He seems to be dodging attacks, taking a couple of slashes. Some of them are grabbing onto him, but he doesn't seem scared here, Canas. You're the only one really witnessing this. He's obviously under duress, but he seems to be, he looks like he's in control. He doesn't seem worried about this. And what he's going to do is he's going to, looks like he casts a spell. You might be unfamiliar with the spell, though you can make an Arcana check if you'd like. And he's going to easily get out of the mass of vampire bodies and start to move towards you. And he says, "I told you to run." And he grabs Laurent's body and lifts him up and starts to move a few more squares because his space is limited here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, there we go. And then he'll kind of toss his body over Henrik's to you and pointing to you, Canas.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Okay. And then we go to the last spawn, and it'll charge him because he moved, and I'll do attacks in a second. But Rufus, it is now your turn. This is a big roll here.
What am I
No, he's
rolling
up. He's
for?
got 3 hit points.
I got healed.
Oh, I thought you healed.
I had
Both
2.
of us.
I expended 2 healing lights. I gave 1d6 to
Oh.
Rufus and 1d6 to
Never mind. I apologize.
Laurent.
Rufus, you're up. Go ahead.
All right, so I will. Who's got the bones? Canas has the bones.
Now it
right?
says the bones.
Okay, so I guess I'll.
Use all of your lay on hands and fucking go.
Yeah, but if I use it, that's an action using lay on hands, so I can't.
Yeah,
do
but so
it,
you're gonna. Well, you can't disengage, but you can still move.
Jump out the window.
Yeah,
is a window.
where all 4 of them are.
Talking
No, there's a window right
two
here.
Windows. There's a window.
And is it? Well, I'll take falling damage.
You will, but
Okay.
you take 2d6 probably.
Yeah,
it's
and
second
the
story
thing
window.
is,
You'll be okay.
bottom line is you can still move.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Lay on hands, 24 points to me.
And you jump out the
20.
window.
23. Yeah, and then I'm gonna start climbing down the window. If that's possible.
Give me an athletics check. See if you can hang on.
Is it shuttered?
Not for
Tw-
long.
25.
It's actually not shuttered because, well, it is shuttered. It is. I apologize. All the windows were
Bust
shuttered.
open the shutters.
But 25 will definitely do it.
Alright.
You burst open the shutters. You run through it, and you hang on to the ledge.
I try and climb down.
There's not much to climb on here, but you could try your best to get to the next window ledge. But that's probably all your movement actually, right? Because it was 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could go down
Right.
5 more feet, but realistically, you're not going much further. And you see Irina on the street level. She comes over to you. She runs below your window, and she says, "Rufus, is everything all right?
I say, flee!
Jump! I'll catch you."
She's there.
Yeah, she's there.
She showed
yeah.
up.
Where's
I'll let go.
Dione?
I'll jump. Well, lowered myself down gracefully.
You jump, and she'll block your fall. I mean, you'll collapse onto her, and maybe it's a cinematic moment where you land and face to face on the floor. Rufus, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for coming.
She says, "We should go. Where are the others?"
Oh, the others. They're inside.
What's going on up there?
We must go to the front. They've been attacked.
What happened?
Vampires.
Her eyes widen.
You should flee. You should not be seen by them.
She nods in agreement, and you'll both stand yourselves up. We go to, let's see here. You're the last in the turn, correct?
Yeah, I'm the last
Yeah.
player.
Okay. So we go to Canas.
Canas will look at the stairs, and then he will look at Laurent's limp body, and he kind of mutters to himself, "Ugh, damn it." And he goes up to him. And I will do a medicine check as my action.
To stabilize.
Great.
You do.
And I will use my last 20 feet of movement to drag him.
Okay. You're going to move only half that speed.
Yeah, I can get to here, so he'll move 2 spaces as well.
Okay. Okay. Henrik is moaning on the floor, crying. He's reaching out to Lucian. "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned."
And I will shout, "Do not forgive him. He put you in there."
And
I'm
then,
unconscious.
no, you're not. Oh, yeah, you are unconscious. You're not dying. Rictavio will nod at you and get him out of here. And he's going to, again, hold up some holy water, splash it onto the spawn. The creature hisses in anger as the water acts like acid on its skin, and it will back away. And then, you want to head out, Canas? Do you want to take this turn?
If I would have, again, if they're all going to try to attack him and nothing's going to happen to us, I will use my next turn to essentially pick up Laurent or drag him or whatever out downstairs and out of the room.
You drag his body down the steps. His head thumps on every one of them. And
okay, well, I'll pick him up then.
There's the third saving throw. I'm dead.
Death save. You get him out of there.
Bludgeoning damage.
The last thing you saw, Canas, when you looked behind you, was a whirling dervish as his walking stick became a weapon, and he was swinging it around, wielding it with precision and accuracy. Henrik on the floor, crying out to his god, the Morning Lord. And you exit the building. You catch up with Rufus and Irina, who are limping away from their fall. And you just hear shouts of combat and cries of the creatures.
Before we go too far, when Laurent goes down, the disguise self would go up. So hopefully that's more jarring for Henrik.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he would have noticed that maybe he thought he was delusional. Maybe he thought, who knows? But he would have seen that I was not, in fact, about it.
Henrik he's not well. He's not well. All right, so that's the end.
Henrik's still in there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, left him behind.
You left
That's
him
the end
behind?
of combat.
Well, I was unconscious. I didn't do anything.
I must get him.
Who?
I want Henrik.
Not
We must
now,
find out.
Irina says. You're
Forget
crazy.
Henrik.
We must find out what happened.
No, we can't. We almost died in there. Flee with your life. This one almost didn't make it.
What did you see when you left? Was Rictavio protecting Henrik?
Rictavio, his cane turned into a weapon of sort. And I don't know, it was just flashes of quickness and agility. He was fast, he was strong.
Can I shout out one thing here? Wayne in the chat says, Dione's made the best move so far.
Honestly, yo, yes.
It's always when someone's away, you have like the super psycho villain battle.
So
Right, of
just
course.
to recap here, so you exit the building. Now people are starting to wake up. Like the shouts of these creatures were alarming. So you see neighbors light candles, and they're coming outside to see what's going on. They see you huddling through the street together, the four of you, and you want to dip out. You can go behind an alleyway or something like that. It's totally fine. But eventually, though, you leave this road and get back to maybe your to your house next door.
I almost feel like I need to deliver the bones,
Oh, well, if you'd like, you can head there instead. Head through the back alleys.
but I can't. No, I wouldn't deliver the bones with a limp but stable Laurent.
Okay. Well, do you want to just get off this street? Do you want to go somewhere private?
Yeah, I guess no. Let's. I would probably head
I'll
to
lay
head
on
to the home.
hands. Well, 1 point lay. I say
Oh, you have one left?
lay on hands.
Hmm.
I'll give Laurent 1 point of lay on hands. I touch him on the chest. His eyes open.
Come back to quite shooketh.
We must-
But so happy to not be in the house of the vampires.
We must take these bones to the father immediately. They may protect the town
can't
from these
believe-
vampires.
Irina says, "I can't believe you found them."
I hope these are the bones. We should have saved Henrik and made sure that.
It must be. Who else would have bones lying around like this?
We didn't have time.
Henrik told me, I've got like black eyes, I'm bleeding. Henrik told me they were the bones. We should bring them back.
We've got to
He's gonna
bring
die
them
for it either way.
now. I would suggest that you bring Laurent to rest. But if you all must come, then let's go now.
We all must go.
Let's go.
Yes.
So the four of you head off into the dark alleyway of the streets of Vallaki. You hear the scream still of combat. And then all of a sudden, silence. You're far away from this place now. You get back towards the center of town, eventually to the church. And you look at each other, bones in hand. Irina, Laurent, Rufus, Canas, no Dione in sight. And hopefully this will put an end to the search. Next week, we will be tuning back in to figure out what happens now that the bones have, well, maybe been returned. And if they're the right bones. These are old bones, aren't they? Probably really old bones.
Henrik said
They're
they
my
were the
they're my
bones.
they're my grandmother's bones.
They were in a bag of burlap, so they're probably not in good shape either way.
So we are going to end it here. This is maybe the best stopping point, especially since we don't have Michelle here. But we're going to pick it right back up from where we are. We're going to go right into the church and see what the deal with these bones are. Was this what you were looking for all along? And how will Father Lucian react to hearing that vampires were in the walls of Vallaki? Next week. We'll see you on the tabletop, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.